What is up, guitar heads? Today, we'll dive into the world of Slipknot with a tutorial on how to play Dead Memories on guitar. Whether you're a beginner or looking to add some metal to your bag of tricks, this is for you. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to stay updated on all things guitar. Okay, I've divided the tutorial into sections to make it easy to follow. Also, want to note that I don't post tabs on here for copyright purposes, but I'm sure you can find the tabs for this online. Other notes to remember is to practice along with the original track to master the song, and make sure that you tune to the correct guitar tuning, which is drop B. That means your guitar tuning turns from EADGBE to BGB EAD. Want to make sure you follow along correctly when we start. If you have any questions or need clarification, drop a comment and I'll be happy to help. Now, let's break down Dead Memories. For the main riff, we'll hit 5th fret on B, 5th fret on G, and 8th fret on B. We then follow the same pattern but start with the 8th fret on B. Then 6th fret on B, but don't hit the 8th fret. Instead, follow the first pattern through twice and hit 5th on B and 8th on B to finish. So again, we will hit the 5th fret on B, 5th fret on G, and 8th fret on B. We then follow that same pattern but start with the 8th fret on B, then 6th fret on B, but don't hit the 8th fret. Instead, follow the first pattern through twice and hit 5th on B and 8th on B to finish. So after the main riff, there's this riff before going into the verse. You're going to hit the power chords of 5th, 8th, and 6th, followed by strums on the 5th. The second guitar hits dyad chords, which are 2-note chord patterns. So that's 5th, 8th, 6th, back to 5th. On string G, that's followed with 12th, 10th, 5th, 3rd, then end on 5th. For the verses, you're going to follow the main riff but palm muted with squeals every time you hit the 8th fret on the B, like so. For the pre-chorus, you're going to hit 5th, 8th, 7th, then 3rd fret on the B, then open B power chord to the 6th fret power chord. Now the second part of this has a variation where you do hit the 6th to the 3rd fret on G and then 4th fret to open. And now we roll into the chorus. The first guitar is all power chords, starting with the 5th, and then on 1 on B, then 1 on G, back to open B, and finished with 3rd on G. Now you notice there is a variation as well to this one where it ends on 3, 2, 1, open. So let's do that one more time. Now the second guitar is again utilizing dyads, and that will be 13, 12, 8. Then 10, 12, 13. Back to 12, 8, 10. And finish at 12, 13. I love this progression, so let's play that. Now when we get to the second verse, you are going to play the same riff, but now just on the B. And you're going to pick the root notes 5, 8, 6 on the B with hits on 5 and 8. The second guitar is going to do the same thing, the same pattern, but the root note will be G. So that goes. The second guitar will be on the root note G. Now before the solo, you are going to go back to the main riff, but this time it ends with a coordination with the drums on the 6th fret on B with hits on 5th fret of G. For the solo, I'll try to get as accurate as I can, but seriously, I improvise everything because why not? Matter of fact, you should be improvising everything because seriously, improvising serves us all guitar players well. So, here it goes. You're going to hit the 13th fret on E, 10 on D, then pull 13 on A. He follows that up with a pull on 13 on D, then 13, 11, 13, then hammer off 11, 13, 11. Then he goes on a really quick run where he's hammering off 10, 11, 13, 11, 10 on D, then 13, 10, 11, 10 on A, and then jumps into 12, 10, 8 on E and B. Something sort of like this. Then he adds 8, 10, 8, 10, 12, 10, 8 on E and B. With a 10, 8, 7, 10, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7 on E and slides off to 12. So. Something to this effect. So it sort of sounds like this. But again, you will go ahead and improvise it. He then goes into dyads on 5-3-8-3, 6-3-5. So finally slides on 17, 15, 14, 12 on B. Then 12, 10, 15, 12, 10, 12 on B. Now for the clean interlude, we will once again incorporate dyads for both guitars to get the effect. Guitar 1 hits 10 on G and A, 8 on B and 10 E, 8 on B and 11 E, 10 on B and 10 on A, 12 on B and 10 on A, and N on 11. The second guitar hits open G and 6 on D, open B and 5 on D, and then 6 on A, 8 on B, 5, 6 on D, open B and 8, 5 on D, 8 on E, open B and 7 on E and 8, and finally 7, 8 on D. And to top all this off, the final solo, which I also improvise, it is somewhere in the vein of 15, 16, 15, 13 on the A string. And it actually stays on the A string, maybe just hitting the E once on the 12. And it incorporates 11, 13, 11, 10 as well on the A string. So it's something to this effect. Again, take a listen and you'll find your way. And folks, that's that. If you enjoyed this tutorial, give it a thumbs up, share it with your guitar buddies, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Keep rocking, friends, and I'll see you next time.